Guys, hello everyone. Crypto Interest is with you. Right now the daily review of Bitcoin and Ethereum. It'll tell you how to trade today to get the maximum profit on the market. Short, very helpful video. And as you can see, Bitcoin has been moving exactly according to our scenario since yesterday, but the movement is not over, because today we will again see the reports of large companies. Apple, Amazon, MasterCard and McDonald's are waiting for us today, and the market will definitely shake. Moreover, today I do not expect positive, so now about everything in order, we will understand. Well, now let's get to the charts. So, let's start with what we have happening on the Bitcoin chart. Actually, in order to go higher, despite the fact that everything looks long, we need to form some kind of structure here. This is exactly what we are seeing. We will now consider what we generally need to see in order to open positions. I will tell you right away that I am holding a long position and I am going to increase its volume. Accordingly, now we have several scenarios, let's go in order. But first, an interesting moment, a very interesting event happened yesterday, because the Central Bank of Canada yesterday raised the key rate not by 75 basis points as expected, but by 50 basis points. It is clear that this is Canada, but nevertheless, this is a very interesting call, so keep it in mind. Now let's move on to Bitcoin scenarios. See what I'm waiting for? The first thing we can see here is the formation of some structure above this level, but, to be honest, since I am waiting for negative reports today, I think that we will go lower and, in fact, we are considering two options. The main option is that we will come to this level and here we will form something for the continuation. Actually, this is the level of 20,100 and it will be possible to open long positions from here. Again, watch closely, because if suddenly there is some real negative in the market, then the next level is here. If we see some really sharp negative, we can fail here. But, to be honest, I don't expect any strong negative, because in general we broke this level, we have liquidity here, which we essentially passed, cancelled, and it will keep us. Therefore, I am waiting here for a scenario like this, some kind of structure from which it will be possible to gain a long position. Of course, there is a possibility that we will go lower here. I'll analyze a little more today on S&P, but how would I still be inclined to believe that the ideal alignment for us here is the arrival to the level of 20,100, from where it will be possible to open a long position, but further we will look at the situation. Why am I saying something that I don't really want us to go below 20,100? Because then it will signal us that we are essentially returning to this structure again and can continue the flat. But, again, we have the prerequisites. By the way, on November 2nd, we will have a meeting of the Fed, so everything will be very interesting. So, despite the bad reports, I still think that we have the potential to go higher. For now, I don't want to say that this is a global reversal. Actually, I'm going to hold a long position because we have at least the potential to go to 23,000. Our next level is 25,000. Again, we will look at the situation, but I'm sure that we will take profit because for us the main volatility, and now I will give you the Ethereum setups. And so now moving on to Ethereum and to the S&P, let's first look at the S&P in order for you to have an understanding of what we have respectively going on here. We broke through this level and we were stopped by this liquidity, and therefore here we can potentially, just like on Bitcoin, stand and form something for the continuation. Again, it is very important that we update the local high here and accordingly break such a local trend, thanks to which we will have the potential to go higher. Let's take another look at the dollar index, because everything is pretty interesting there too. Please look. We have come to this level of $110 and now we are working it out in much the same way as last time. Now we can return to this liquidity and, again, we can form something here, and we also have the potential to go lower, somewhere in the region of $106. With an index of 106, we will have Bitcoin just in the region of 23,000 to 25,000, which is undoubtedly cool. And now let's move on to Ethereum, so, it will actually be possible to gain positions on it too. Ethereum will go after Bitcoin one way or another. We have two main levels. The first one is this local liquidity, the second one is 1330, respectively. This is all the main liquidity. So, on Ethereum, I am also waiting for the formation of a structure here, respectively, at least this one for the continuation, but depending on how Bitcoin will walk, we can see Ethereum even lower, so keep in mind when you put stops that Ethereum is more volatile than Bitcoin and it can go stronger. Nevertheless, it is possible to divide the purchase into two parts in general. Make the first buy here and make the second buy here, and just place a stop for liquidity, and then everything will be fine. So Ethereum will most likely also open a long pair with Bitcoin. Now it is very hot in the market, volatility has finally appeared. I also want to remind you about Bitcoin. So, I want to get a long position on Bitcoin, I'm waiting for a higher exit. Accordingly, if there are no sharp dumps, then here, on the formation of the structure, I will accordingly increase the volume of my position. That's all guys, that's all you need to know for today to get the maximum profit in the market. And the most important thing for me is your support, so subscribe to the channel right now, be sure to turn on notifications so as not to miss the latest releases, and of course put the maximum likes, because your likes are food, energy and motivation for me, which makes me shoot me every day and keep you up to date. I also want to remind you that this video does not force you to buy any cryptocurrency or invest in anything. I am not a financial advisor. Bye bye everyone.